Hey, it's Char again. So I finally saw Frozen 2. Um, what was it? 2 days ago, and I saw it again yesterday because it was really good. Um, but first I think I'm going to start with the songs of Frozen 2. Um, everyone seems to love the song Into the Unknown. It was a good song, don't get me wrong, but it's not my favorite. My favorite is Lost in the Woods, which is a song Kristoff sang. It was just so beautiful and kind of sad, but I love the flashbacks, and he was doubting if Anna loved him, just like Anna was doubting earlier, and that if he loved her, she thought he abandoned her, and then he left, and he thought she abandoned her, and it was just all so sad. But I really loved the song. It was so amazing. I also loved second. I also really liked the first song, Some Things Never Change. It was just a good beginning, their life is perfect now. Elsa and Anna are close again. Anna has Kristoff and Olaf, and they're all so happy. Of course, that doesn't last, obviously. But after that, everything changes, which is kind of ironic since the song is called Some Things Never Change. But it is called Some Things Never Change. So even though a lot did change, everything came back to normal-ish. I'll get that more later on. And on a song, The Next Right Step was really good. It was really heartbreaking. I mean, she was crying. Thought she was in darkness. She just watched Olaf die in her arms. She thinks Kristoff doesn't love her. Elsa abandoned her. So she was going through a lot in that movie. I mean, she went through a lot in the first movie too, which is like, oh my gosh, poor Anna. She needs to be happy. But she does get her happiness later on. And I hope they make a third movie so that it could show more of her happiness, because I love Anna. She's the heart and soul of the movie. I know a lot of people's favorite character is Olaf, I think, but Anna's definitely mine. And Kristoff's probably second. Sorry, Olaf. I also really like Elsa, but I think I like her powers more than the character, even though it is a good character. But Anna is definitely my favorite. Anyways, then there was Into the Unknown, which was a good song, which started the adventure. And I didn't realize it when I first watched it. Obviously, there's a lot you miss. But towards the end of the song, she was throwing up her powers everywhere, and she was seeing all these visions. I guess they were kind of like visions, but they were things that would happen later on, like show the rock giants that they fight later on, and stuff, which I thought was kind of cool. It was kind of foreshadowing. I love when books or movies or shows do foreshadowing. I just absolutely love it. See, what else? There's Show Yourself, which was a good song, also sung by Elsa. She was asking for this voice, this whatever it was, this fifth spirit to show itself to her. And that's when she realized she was the fifth spirit. And she finally found what she's been searching for all her life. Then there's, is that all of them? No, it's not. There's Olaf's song. What was it called? When I'm Older. Like I said, my least favorite song out of all of them. He was just saying all these strange things was happening in the Enchanted Forest, and he was just like, all this will make sense when I'm older. And even though more and more strange events, he's like, yeah, all this will make sense when I'm older. So, but he just kind of brushed it off. See, I think that's all the songs, right? Yeah, okay. But I love the scene when Olaf was, after they met the enchanted forest folk, and Olaf was trying to tell a story for us of what, the mom and I were just laughing, and I was like, and they looked like they understood it, especially that one soldier guy who was from Arendelle but got stuck in there, was all into it. He was like, oh no, poor Anna, oh no, really, what? And I was just laughing, because I told my mom, I don't even understand what he's saying, and I've seen the movie, you know? I mean, he was just rambling, and I'm surprised they got it. I don't know, but it was hilarious. And let's see. I like when Kristoff kept trying to propose before they left for their little adventure. He was trying to propose, but she was all worried about Elsa, and he couldn't get the words out. And then when they were on their trip, he would try to do it again, but he kept saying the wrong thing. And he called her crazy from when they first met. I actually thought that was a good start. Remembering their first journey like that was actually a good start. But then he was like, and remember when I called you crazy? I was like, that was not so smart, Kristoff. You should have just led with the journey and did not remember the crazy part of it. I don't know, but and then she's like, you didn't call me crazy. He's like, yeah, I did, and you were. And then he was like, wait, no, you weren't. It was funny. And then when they got to the enchanted forest, he tried to pose again, but then he said the wrong thing again. He was like, this would be a beautiful place. It was under the circumstances. And then Anna was like, you mean with someone else? Which was all heartbreaking, because I think because of what happened with Hans and how she grew up all by herself all her life, that she didn't think Kristoff loved her, which is understandable, but he does, and she doesn't, and she should not wonder if he does, because he does, because she's Anna and he's Kristoff, and they're just meant to be. Amazing couple. I absolutely love them. And then he was like, well, in case we don't make it out here, he's like, wait, you don't think we're gonna make it out of here? I gotta find Elsa. Woo, and she ran off. and then he put his fingers up to his friend's mouth. He was like, don't patronize me. His relationship with Sven is hilarious. Okay, And then they found out more about their parents' past. That his dad was, well, they already knew that his dad had been there, but they had to go there to figure out the truth, because everyone thought the enchanted forest was bad because they thought that the people attacked them first when they were trying to make peace. Which they found out that the grandfather had actually attacked them first, but his people didn't know, so that made them innocent. And they found out that he was saved by someone. That's how he got out of the enchanted forest. And they find out that it was the mother, that she was Northolgian. But Elsa, so Kristoff was all alone, and then Elsa leaves Anna, so it was just her and Olaf. The scene when she was trying to get through the water was hilarious. She kept trying to make ice to get through there, but kept going submerging under the water, and then fought her fight with the little water horse. And then Olaf dies, which was heartbreaking, and then Anna was left all by herself. But then she started getting the attention of the rock giants, because she knew what she had to do, since the whole thing was a lie. The dam which the grandfather made for peace with the Northolgians was all a lie, a trick, so he could attack them. He ended up attacking the leader, and he didn't have a weapon. So, and Elsa became ice after she found out. Just like Anna had it at the end of the first movie before she was saved. And Anna had to lead them, but they were faster. Well, it's not that they were faster than her, but they were bigger, a lot bigger. So she was running as fast as she could, but they were still like right on her tail. And she almost got stepped on by one when Kristoff showed up. I was so happy, but I kind of figured he would too. It's like this, you know, when she was alone in that cave, I was like, yep, this is around the time he's gonna find her, because he's not gonna give up on her. And I was right. And then he was like, tell me what we need to do. And she was like, lead him to the dam. And he was like, got it. And he was just like ready to do it no matter what. And it was so sweet. And then the Eridan's shoulders didn't want to at first, but then Anna convinced him that this was the only way, because she told him the truth. So they did. And she was on the bridge when they were destroying it, so she almost fell, but then one of the lead soldier caught her, and then Kristoff got her other hand and helped her up, and she kind of laid in his arms, and it was so sweet. And then the water flooded, almost got Arendelle when Elsa saved her, and then she came back to them, and Anna was so happy. She thought she lost Elsa forever. But she didn't. And Elsa, I actually really like this ending. Elsa decided to stay in the forest, and Anna became Queen of Arendelle. Technically, as soon as she marries Kristoff, would technically make him king, but they all kind of got dressed up for her, and she told Kristoff she likes him in leather anyways, other than all those suits and whatever, because it's more his style, and it's how she fell for him. I'm not surprised she's not big into the princey dressy up type. She prefers someone like Kristoff. But it was just sweet, and overall I really loved the movie. It was good. And I don't know if they're gonna make a third one yet. I don't think they've announced it, yes or no. But if they do, I would love to see Anna and Kristoff's wedding, and maybe even having a child, you know, and maybe Elsa fall in love. So I don't know what's going to happen in Frozen 2, but because Kristoff finally proposed, and I was like, yes, and she was so happy. She was in tears, but like happy tears, because earlier it was all sad tears. Now she's all happy, and she said yes. It was all sweet. And then she was also like, do you want to build a snowman? And they recreated all that. He was the same, you know, memories of all of them and everything, and they were all happy together again. And it was so sweet. I actually really loved the movie. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Frozen 2. Please like, comment, and please like and subscribe and comment your thoughts on Frozen 2, your favorite songs, how heartbreaking it was, how funny it was, whatever you want that revolves around Frozen 2. Okay, have a lovely day.